Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup from Five Below. I've had many people request this, so I'm finally doing it. So if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it in the bargain price point, so the closer to $1, the better. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And so yeah, like I said, I've got a lot to get through today, so without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I'm actually gonna start with this product right here. This is from W7. I'm sure this is a dupe for something, because that's what W7 usually does. They dupe brands, like usually high-end brands. This is a 24K Prime. It's a primer serum, basically. It's got little gold flecks. They claim that it's real. I have my doubts, but it seems to be really nice when I swatched it, so I'm gonna put this on my face and let it kind of sink in. It doesn't seem to have a smell that I can tell, and I'm just gonna put this all over my skin. I've been really kind of enjoying like these primer serums. I have one from Wet n Wild, and I've got like an oil one from Dollar Tree that I found. Actually feels like a little of this goes a long way. I might have used a little too much, but it's supposed to give your skin like a glowy appearance. I would imagine those like little gold flecks kind of probably dissipate, and it feels really nice. It doesn't feel overly greasy. Doesn't really feel overly heavy. And yeah, so we'll let that kind of sink in and we will move on to eyebrows. So I got, this was a dollar product. It's an eyebrow powder. You've also got stencils, and you've got a makeup, and you've got an eyebrow brush as well. So you guys, my nails. So I got them done last week. They were a French manicure, and they just all chipped to hell. I really should have gone back to like the next day and been like, these are chipping and they look terrible, but I didn't. This is some of the Ioni like nail powder. I think I got, I have a red one, I've got this pink one. They've had like green and other shades too. I think it was part of like the when they came out with their nail stuff like last year. And so yeah, it's not perfect. I've got, because there's like lots of chips where the French tip kind of chipped, but it looks better than it did, and it gave me a really good excuse to use that Ioni powder. So this color here didn't swatch very well, just really too light, so I'm gonna use the darker shade. I'm not gonna use the stencils, you guys. I can just see that being all kinds of uneven. I think it takes skill to use stencils, and I'm just not. I just don't think it would do all with me, because you have to get them like even, you know. So yeah, needless to say, I will be looking for a new nail salon. Oh, that color is nice, y'all. It's like very neutral. It's not warm, overly warm like some things can be. Did tweeze my brows since my last video. So I go to the nail salon that I go to is like 25 minutes away. And the reason I go is because I can make an appointment online. That's like it. That's the only reason why I go. But lately I've not really been happy with my nails. I feel like every time I go, it's like a hit or miss as far as like how happy I'm gonna be. So I'm just ready to try something different. I literally have a nail salon that's within like 10 minutes of my house. It's actually near my closest Dollar Tree. So I think I will be trying that place out. And one of the girls that I work with, my friend, just recently got her nails done there, and they look really nice. So I'm gonna be trying. I'm really liking this brow powder. Of course I went a little overboard, but that's real nice. I love the color. It's very easy to work with. And I think the nail salon that I went to, they just expanded. They just like pushed out into like the next suite as well, and like doubled the size. And I think they've been around for a long time, and I just think that they're so busy that I think they have a lot of people that are kind of, I hate to say it, a little bit underqualified to be charging full price for. I just think, you know, and I understand you got to start somewhere, and I'm very understanding. I tip well, so like, but anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just try somewhere else. So of course I'll review everything and give final thoughts at the end of the video, but y'all, I love that shade. Like I said, the other shade doesn't seem like it would be good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it for myself at all. It's kind of more like a taupey shade. It might be good for somebody, maybe someone that's super, super light and super cool. But yeah, so far I'm really, really happy with my brows. Okay, so I just cleaned up my brows. I used the Mercerie Full Coverage Concealer, and I used my LA Colors Eye Primer. So now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. So what I picked up, I thought this was a really interesting color story, is this little palette here from LA Colors. It's called the Charming Beauty, and I thought the color story was really cool. It's in the color story Charming. Look at all those beautiful colors. Very, very interesting. There's even a duochrome in there. I have no idea what kind of a look I'm gonna get today. We're just gonna wing it as we always do. I think what I am gonna do first is go into this shade right here, like up into my crease. So of course, you know, if you've been with me, you know my take on LA Colors eyeshadows at Dollar Tree. The duos are the highest quality, followed really closely by the quads, then the 6-pan, then the 12-pans. Those are the lowest quality. Now, I've gotten a couple of palettes from LA Colors at like Dollar General and Family Dollar, and they've always got like, you know, 10 or more shades usually. Very hit and miss. I don't find them to be as good as like the quads, from what I can remember. It's been a little while since I've dug into one, but here we go. That's kind of a nice, it's a nice crease shade, really, really nice. I think I might use a more like compact bristle brush and go into that shade, that same shade, and just kind of maybe concentrate it a little bit towards the outside. That oil kind of sinking into my skin a bit. Let me know as we go along in the video what you have tried, like out of the products I have today, and what you think. You know I love to talk to you all, and that is the best way to help me in my channel, is to comment, you know, of course, like, share, watch, but also to comment, and I love talking to you guys anyway, so it's fun for me. I think I'm gonna go into this shade here and kind of deepen out the outside. I'm just gonna use that same brush that I used last time, the compact one. Just kind of see what this does. This palette lacks like a dark matte shade and a light matte shade. So we're just gonna have to make it work. I'm gonna go into that shade there as well. It's a shimmer, but it's a little deeper. I also have a liquid eyeshadow, y'all, that I found at Five Below. Okay, that's doing a job. I've got some fallout, that is okay. Go a little bit more into this lid with that green. So I'm gonna go back into that shade right there, and I'm gonna apply it the way I do a shimmer normally. With my flat brush, I'm gonna put it on there and pack it on, then just spray with some setting spray. I'm gonna have to use a different setting spray because my sprayer on that is giving me fits, so. Shimmer's really nice. Put that kind of in the middle of my lid. I'm going to take the first brush and just blend the crease a little bit. So I just cleaned off that brush, and now I'm going to go into that shade right there. Beautiful, shimmery, kind of mint green. I'm going to do the same thing towards the inside. That's really pretty. That's a gorgeous shade. It's going to be kind of mermaid-esque, I guess, today. I'm going to take that first brush and go back into that first shade that we went into. I just want to put a little bit more in the crease. So far, so good. So I'm going to leave the shadow there for right now, move on, and then we'll come back and finish up the eyes. So I just applied some mascara. I do have new lashes to try. I just put the Beauty Intuition mascara on, just one coat. And I do have a liquid liner. This is from W7 as well. It's the II Captain liquid liner. So in the haul, it's swatched really nice. It's kind of got this kind of a little bit of a weird brush, but hopefully it's really, really nice. It's very pigmented, very easy to control the line. It's a little bit of a stiffer brush, and sometimes I find that a little harder to get like a really nice wing with, but this one seemed to do pretty good. Okay, so liner's done. I did an okay job. It is a little, like I said, a stiffer brush is a little harder to control. That might be an unpopular opinion, but sometimes I like one of the little thin little brushes because it really just helps it kind of glides itself. Sometimes I do have a little bit, like, my line is real thick because I had to compensate and stuff, but so it's not perfect. So at Five Below, LA Colors has the DramatiLash half lashes. I have not seen these at Dollar Tree. I got two. This is the lifted length style. I also got one that says lifted volume. I'm gonna go with these ones today. They look to be a little bit longer, like across the eye than the Ionis. So I'm gonna apply these off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on. I also applied my foundation, powder, and concealer. I just used the Cappuvini Fluffy Mist Loose Powder. This I think was from Shein. The concealer that I used earlier for my eyebrows from Mercerie. And I used my Believe Beauty Skin Finish Tinted Moisturizer in Buff. I've been kind of trying to use that up. So the lashes are on. They're really light. They were really easy to put on. Yeah, they're lovely. The band is a lot thinner than the Ioni ones, which is really nice. So yeah, really a fan, huge fan. I love that LA Colors DramatiLash is making the halflings now. Maybe we'll see them at Dollar Tree here pretty soon. So I've got bronzer, highlighter, all that good stuff, blush. And so I've got two different, so I've got this little glow and bronzer, highlighter and bronzer palette. This was in the dollar section. And then I got this W7 Honolulu bronzing powder. This is a dupe for the Benefit Hoola bronzer. And I'm a little afraid, like I really want to try this because it's $1 and I know everyone's really curious about the dollar makeup from Dollar Tree. But I'm a little afraid of it being like really warm. Look at how warm that is, you guys. So I don't know, I may just give it a try and try the other one another time. I just have to really try to go with a light hand. So I'm gonna use a brush and I'm gonna really just try to, I'd like to test it under my chin first, see how pigmented, and yeah, of course it's very pigmented. Let me know if you've tried any of this dollar makeup from Five Below. I'm really trying to go with a light hand, you guys. I'm even like buffing it onto the case. It's very warm. I mean, there's no doubt about the fact that it's really like very warm. Let me do the other one on the other side and then I'll get them to even out somehow. Probably won't use the brush, to be honest with you. Okay, let me use another fluffy brush. And I like to do like that in the cap. I had the Hoola bronzer years ago. It's actually pretty comparable, honestly. I went with a much lighter hand on that side because I was afraid. Yeah, I mean, I think they're both nice. I think you can see that they're both very comparable in colors, pigmentation, and the warm, you know, kind of the warmness and stuff. Alrighty, well, I'm just gonna drag the rest of that around and we are done for bronzer. So yeah, I think these are comparable. So if you find this little kit, that bronzer will be just fine if you can wear a shade of bronzer like this. So now for blush, I went over to the LA Girl section and got this blush right here. This is the Just Blushing. This is in the shade Just Peachy. They had a few different shades, so I got this one. Shade would be really beautiful. Very pigmented, of course. Went overboard, of course. Really love the shade. It's very natural for my coloring, I feel. Yeah, I really like it. A little goes a long way. Really like the blush. Let me know if you've tried the LA Girl blush. I haven't tried many LA Girl products, to be honest. So now I've got, this is the W7 Afterglow blush and highlight. And it's really, as you can see, and the packaging is beautiful. It looks like something high-end. Again, I'm sure that this is a dupe for something. The haul's actually going up tonight as I film this, so I asked you guys what it was, so I don't know as I sit here, but I will know probably by the time this video goes up. But yeah, see, it's just beautiful. It's got like a pearly white, it's got a champagne, it's got a couple different color, like pinks. And now, of course, I've got a highlighter in here. I'd like to try to find a way to use both somehow. I'm gonna use my fan brush. I think this will be the best way to, I'm just gonna swirl them all together. And I'm gonna kind of go over my blush. That's a beautiful effect over blush because it's got that pink in it. And then I wanna, like I said, I really wanna try out like a lot of this stuff. So I'm gonna try out the highlighter here as well. And I'm gonna put that up here. So I'm gonna use my highlighter brush. Seem to be very pigmented. Oh yeah, very pigmented. Yeah, that is like strobing. So yeah, really nice. I think this has a beautiful effect like over your blush. And then could probably even use it like as an all over glow type of product. Let me do that. Cause it's got a little bit of color in it. I guess you could use each color like individual. Oh yeah, that's just got like an ethereal effect. Really like both products so far. So now we're gonna go back to the eyes, and I really wanna use this liquid shadow. This is the cream liquid shadow in Icy Blue. This was in the dollar section as well. Really like the packaging. And I'm kind of thinking of this for like an inner corner highlight. I think it'll actually go okay with this look because part of a mermaid look is different shades of green and blue and teal and all that stuff. So I think we'll be just fine. So I'm gonna take it, put it on a little tapered brush and start going into the inner corner. It's swatched really pretty. I don't know how it will compare to like LA Colors. It's not like a super pigmented effect, which sometimes is kind of good, you know? You don't always want something to be super extra. I'm gonna drag it up a little bit too. Yeah, you know, it's not super, super pigmented. I think I'm gonna put a little bit in the center of my lid as well. Not the most pigmented thing in the world. You might be better off with, of course I'll try it again. You might be better off with like an LA Colors or even something from like Shop Miss A. But yeah, I mean, it got a little bit of an effect, but it's just not super, super pigmented like I'm kind of used to. Okay, so I just applied some LA Colors AutoLiner to my waterline, and I'm gonna smoke out under my eyes and do something on the brow bone. So for the brow bone, I'm gonna go ahead and do this shade right here, do a little pop of that. It's just like a goldish shimmer. There we go, just very subtle. Don't want to go too crazy with that. So now smoke out under my eye. I think I'm gonna start with that shade right there, and if I need to do something else, I will. Use like a compact brush. I don't know how much this shade will do, so I'm open to going into something else if I need to. It's doing a little bit. It's kind of blurring the under eye just a little bit. The question is it enough for me? I think it is. Just subtle enough just to kind of blend the waterline with my skin a little bit. So now last but not least is lips. And I got another product from W7. Again, I'm sure it's a dupe. It's the Thick Drip Lip Gloss. I got the shade Spotlight. And I don't think I'm gonna line my lips. I think I'm just gonna kind of like let them be. It seems a little thick. Let me know if you've tried this. Got a little bit of a color to it, but nothing too crazy. There we go. You know, nothing super groundbreaking. It's got a little bit of a taste, but the color's really nice. Just a nice little subtle, just a nice subtle color for this makeup look. So that is the finished look. So yeah, overall, I really like it. I really like the colors and all that good stuff. So now a quick rundown of all of the products. I don't think there was a fail, unless I'm forgetting, which is always good. So the standouts were these. I think the DramatiLash half lashes are really nice. I think I like them better than Ioni. Of course, you know I love the LA Colors DramatiLash lashes that you get at Dollar Tree. So yeah, I was really excited to see the half lengths at Five Below, and I do have another style. So really great lashes. The blush is really nice. I think the color's beautiful, something I can really get a lot of use of, and you get a really big container. It's a very sturdy package as well, which is really nice. Can't remember how much I paid. I probably paid $5, but yeah, really nice blush from LA Girl. The palette, I think, of course, the color story is super interesting. You know, like I said, there's a little stuff missing, like a light and a dark matte shade, but the fun colors in here are so fun that it almost doesn't really matter. You can just find those other shades in any palette. But the mint green and we didn't even dig into the duochrome or the gold shade here, but we used all the other ones. And yeah, I got a really nice effect, I feel. This here is actually really, really beautiful. This is something I think that could actually kind of replace that that product I had from Urban Decay, the Naked Illuminated. I think this could do a similar effect. Of course, you can swipe, you know, you can use the individual colors. It was really beautiful over the blush when you do that, or you can go in, so you can kind of put it over your blush. I did a little light all over glow. You can go into individual colors and put it where you need to and under the brow bone highlight, probably an inner corner highlight as well. So, and beautiful packaging, really, really beautiful product. And the Honolulu bronzer, so I have it mainly like on this side. It was very comparable to the bronzer in this palette, honestly. I thought it would be a little bit less warm, but it seemed to apply about the same. But really nice, just a really nice matte bronzer. Again, nothing, you know, LA Colors matte bronzer is every bit as good. But this was I was pleasantly surprised. The highlighter is very pigmented. The blush is very pigmented. And $1, y'all. The eyebrow kit surprised me. So the light shade is not something I can use. But the dark shade here is like the perfect dark brown shade. It's very neutral or cool. It doesn't have all those warm undertones. That's gonna be something that I reach for. And of course you get a brush with it as well, which is really nice. Really liked the brush. Really liked the eyebrow powder. And again, this was $1. as well. And you also got eyebrow stencils, which I probably will never use. But yeah, really was very pleasantly surprised by the brown shade in here. Then some things that are just kind of like, okay. This is probably the product that I liked least out of here. It's very disappointing. It's subtle. So if you like something subtle, it's gonna give you subtle, which might be what you want. I'm just used to something a little bit more pigmented. I'm gonna continue to try it though in different ways, maybe wear it by itself, see how it does. But that was probably the most disappointing. Again, that was a $1 item as well. They had a couple different shades at my Five Below. Oh, and I really, really liked this as well underneath my foundation, the W724K primer. Really, really like it. I'll be interested to wear it like under my makeup at work. But I love the look. I love the finish. I love the way it felt. So yeah, that's, in my opinion, as of right now, I really like it. And then the W7 Thick Drip Lip Gloss. It's just kind of like, okay. It is kind of a thicker gloss. I do think it'll last pretty good because it is kind of thick. You know, they've got some different shades, but really it's, you know, for the most part, it's going to kind of be clear-ish. Although there was a little bit of color payoff. I do think I did get the right shade for this makeup look. So yeah, it's nice. It's nothing super special. So let me know what you think. Definitely comment down below. Of course, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Check out the description box, as always, for related content, my Get Ready With Me playlist, and all that kind of thing if you enjoy these types of videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.